Today was a massive day in the market, and we finally have a clear outlook for the rest of 2025. And we've been telling you guys on this channel that these short-term dips are nothing to worry about. And clearly, right now, we have an amazing opportunity to finish out this year. Ethereum's hovering around all-time highs. Bitcoin up 4% today off the rhetoric from Powell's speech. So we're going to go over everything you need to know about the market right now, as well as the coins that I think will pump first. What's most important as you catch these capital rotations. So while some of these coins right now, like Ethereum and Bitcoin, are moving, where's the money gonna move next? We're gonna go over that and more in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And before we jump into the content today, guys, be sure to like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content here on In the Game. We have you covered top to bottom with everything you need in the crypto markets to win this bull market. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some incredible sponsors from Nexus Labs, the software product we use on the channel every single day, 𝗪𝗏𝗏, as well as 𝗪𝗏𝗏. And today I want to give a shout out to 𝗪𝗏𝗏. If you're not already onboarded to 𝗪𝗏𝗏, I think you are definitely missing out on one of the best centralized exchange opportunities in all of crypto. And even if you're not a trader by nature, you can just jump in here and earn APR on your tokens. You have idle USDT in your portfolio. You can stake them on 𝗪𝗏𝗏 and earn and enjoy up to 100% APR on your staked tokens. So whether you're a trader, whether you want to do copy trading, they have trading bots, everything you need, no KYC. So you can utilize this from anywhere in the world, including the USA, where we have tons of issues with a lot of these different centralized exchanges. So check out 𝗪𝗏𝗏 down below in the description, and I'm pretty sure the invite link comes with a pretty nice sign up bonus as well. So let's just jump into the markets, guys. I mean, first and foremost, we are hovering around this Ethereum all-time high, and I do want to just start the video off. We are having an ETH all-time high prayer circle here. So this is like a ritual. We're trying to pump the price up. Maybe during the recording of this video, we can eclipse some all-time highs. But it's like that show, the video that Rand always plays on his show where they're trying to pump the charts on the TV. So that is exactly what we're trying to do here. We would love to see Ethereum hit all-time highs today because that's going to catapult altcoins. But you might be wondering, what's up with this sudden move? Obviously, we had a huge bearish week. If we look at the weekly chart on Ethereum, actually, let's just look at the monthly. We got all the way up to these same levels, 4,800, and rejected off of that. And leading into this Jackson Hole speech today from Jerome Powell, the market was super bearish, but looking at it now, it was just pricing in the worst case scenario. But actually today, the rhetoric that we got from Jerome Powell's speech was actually very positive. And I had tweeted today before this happened that today will be a volatile day for price action. The one thing to remember here is that short term means nothing. You're probably going to look up in a couple of months, hypes at $100, all-time highs on coins like 𝗬𝗎 and 𝗬𝗏, narrative pumps through AI, gaming, etc. So really this short-term dip means nothing in the long term. And we try to bang that home on this channel every single day that you should not be worried when the macro looks as gloomy as it did with the inflation and stuff like that. But you zoom in closer to the crypto industry, and Bitcoin and crypto have never been at the forefront of financial assets more than they are now. The amount of institutions and demand going into this right now, the big picture just shows you that crypto bull run is not finished whatsoever. And if we do eclipse these Ethereum all-time highs, that is when you're going to finally start seeing money go into these big altcoins. So that is what I am most excited about. Obviously, we are looking forward to rate cuts next month. And after today's speech from Jerome Powell, it does look like the markets are favoring now, going from 60% to 80% that we are going to have rate cuts in the month of September. And look, the demand is not slowing down. Whenever we say governments and institutions are accumulating, we see the Philippines introducing a bill to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So the demand is still hand over fist at this point in the market. And look, if you were DCAing on some of the coins that we love here on the channel, we're having a pretty nice day. WAGMI Games, one of my favorite low market cap gaming coins, up 23% today. We see here 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 up 17%. We see 𝗏𝗃𝗏 up 18%. And we mentioned that was a fantastic buy near those $1 levels. We see GPU up 16%. A lot of this, I think, has to do with their phase 2, which is launching on August 26th. 𝗪𝗏 up 13%. So a nice bounce across the board for a lot of the tokens we are bullish on this channel. But what we are looking at right now, there will be low market cap coins. As you can see here, most of the coins at the top of this gainer list are low market caps. And that's why we've been really focused on getting involved with coins like Polis, Limbo, WAGMI Games, the small market cap coins, stuff, you know, like 𝗪𝗏, GPU, even 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏. Those are all like under $50 million coins that I think are going to move very fast when the market does pick up, as you're seeing today. Those are the coins that are up 25, 20%. But the major money is going to move into the top ecosystem coins first, which is why also we have been laser focused on this channel on coins like Hyperliquid. For example, Easy tweets out, hype is going to go over $100, and it will do so quickly when it does, and you will be upset that you did not take the trade. I don't really see a world where it doesn't, regardless of macro, and I completely agree. Hyperliquid, I call it the people's trade of the cycle. This to me just screams upside. This screams triple digits to me. The amount of revenue, the buybacks, just everything about hype has upside programmed into it when we go look right now as well. This is up almost 10% on a $14 billion coin today. Pretty impressive, and I think if this breaks above that $50 level in the coming weeks, this could be a pretty quick path to 70 plus, and then potentially, my opinion, this will eventually eclipse that $100 landmark. Also, I'm hyper focused on, no pun intended, just talking about Hyperliquid there, but 𝗬𝗏. We see here 𝗬𝗏's also up 9% today. They just got the Robinhood listing, but they got the Robinhood listing during a time period where the market was bearish. As you can see here, this chart was just dipping at that point in time. Now they're on Robinhood. Now if we start to see Ethereum all-time highs, altcoins pick up, you're going to see people flocking back into crypto, and a lot of these people have Robinhood from the 2021 runs, you know, the AMCs, the GameStops, etc. So this is big. I do think that all-time highs are easy to smash through here at that $5 level, and then we are in price discovery. So Hyperliquid, 𝗬𝗏. You guys know I like 𝗏𝗏𝗏. We were talking about 𝗏𝗏𝗏 at that $1.15 level just the other day, and we've been buying 𝗏𝗏𝗏 since 60 cents on this channel. So 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is definitely still at the top of my list. Another one is AVAX, and right now AVAX has a little bit of momentum, up 10% as well on the day, sitting at $25. Just the other day, one of their biggest pools, AVAX USDC on Trader Joe, did $162 million in volume over the 24 hours, which generated almost $100,000 in fees. The amount of institutional interest and business partnerships, real world application that is going into AVAX can't be ignored. And I do think that this coin does reach $100+ this cycle once again. And that's not even all-time highs. But I do think this will be a huge catch-up trade, and I do think money will flock back into AVAX at the right time this cycle. But let's get into stuff that might have more upside than some of these that we just mentioned. Obviously, you guys know I love AI tokens. We already talked about a couple, but obviously 𝗏 is on the move today, up 8%, sitting at 366. I think 𝗏 is $1,000 this cycle very easily. I think 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to break all-time highs pretty easily as well. But moving into AI tokens, as mentioned, GPU has a new phase coming up in 4 days. I think this definitely can pump leading into that. We'll see if it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news, but with the market momentum, this does look promising. So I like GPU for upside here, as well as 𝗪𝗏. Those two are really primed and good low market cap AI coins that I see continuing momentum. And then in the meme coin side of things, I'm looking at Pengu. This video right here by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, if you did not see this, go watch it, because this just embodies everything of why I think most crypto incumbents, if you consider yourself a hardcore in the space, I think holding Pengu is a no-brainer and is a definite winner throughout the rest of this bull market, especially because, number one, it's the culture coin and the mascot of crypto. This is the Bored Apes of last cycle without being toxic as the Bored Apes became at the end of the cycle. But at the same time, Abstract TGE could be around the corner, and this is going to be the proxy that pumps before Abstract does their own airdrop. And who knows, maybe Pengu tokens do get an airdrop of their own, but this is the best culture coin in all of crypto. Everyone can get behind it, whether you hold a Pudgy Penguin NFT or not. So I'm definitely looking at Pengu. So the main ones right now, and of course, these are all large coins. I want to emphasize that because we don't need to go, we have our low market cap coins already in our bags. We've talked about it, from the small cap AIs to the small cap gaming coins, etc., which we'll talk about more in just a second. But the money's going to go to the big caps first. We're talking 𝗪𝗡𝗏, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏, AVAX, Blockstreet, Pengu, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Those are going to get an influx of capital quicker because they are near the top. The liquidity flow goes top to bottom in those perspectives. But having allocation into our low caps is already paying off, seeing nice bounces from the bottom from coins like WAGMI Games, Neural AI, etc. But moving on down the ladder into narratives that haven't pumped, but I think if you're allocated in the right coins, you'll absolutely take advantage of this. We're seeing this right now once again with WAGMI Games, a gaming token. We see, Immutables even up 10% today as a high cap. But just looking at the narrative, when the attention and interest in a sector is low, as it is now with crypto gaming, it's actually one of the best times to stack a decent position into some conviction plays. And we're seeing an influx coming back into specific products. Number one being World, 29,000 on their own native blockchain, 29,000 transactions in just one day on their native Z chain as well. They're over at Gamescom and they're making a splash. They're over there with Samsung, one of their official partners, and they're crushing it. The feedback from their early access on their shooter has been nothing but positive. So I love World, and the token's been performing well anyways. I think this will continue. We see it up 7% today. We've been in World for multiple years here on the channel. So if you're a gaming bull, you likely have some exposure to World. We're also seeing Star Atlas Summer play out. They have their Zinc blockchain coming up in this winter/fall, but on top of that, their battle passes are doing very well. You get avatar borders, crew streak bonuses, daily Z Atlas bonuses, and rumor would be that you could get an airdrop for the Zinc token from just being a battle pass holder. So that is something that people are speculating on as well. We've talked about WAGMI Games, and I think this is still a great opportunity at a $14 million market cap. There's no OTC, no unlocks, no VC dumps, no sell pressure. The reason being is they're putting all their revenue, a lot of their revenue, back into token buybacks. They did a $24,000 buys with marketing just already starting this month. So this is going to be massive because they're turning on their marketing engine, their monetization, and just like Hyperliquid, they're going to start dumping money back into their tokens. So if you can't tell, I'm really excited about this turn because I tell you, reading YouTube comments sometimes, reading sentiment on crypto Twitter, people get so bearish during these recent time periods. And if you're selling crypto during this last dip, you really need to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you really have conviction in this? Because no one's going to get rich by selling all these bull market dips. We are in the middle of a bull run. Nothing has changed in that regard. So when people are rushing to sell during these dips, really, it was, obviously a 10K swing in Bitcoin is a pretty large chunk. Altcoins did get eaten up a little bit there. But at the same time, just looking at that bigger picture, I always think long-term, and we've thought long-term forever on this channel, and that will pay off. But man, reading some comments whenever the market goes down is pretty insane just to see the flip in sentiment. And then today, I know everyone's going to be incredibly bullish. I think September could be nice. I think October's in play. And we'll see if, traditionally speaking, if this market does peak around November once again. I will tell you, if we do start to get a resemblance of an alt season coming up here, I will definitely be taking profits. There will be a massive profit take from me throughout the couple of months that we could have an alt season just to protect downside. I'll leave money in and allocated, but we'll do a specific dedicated take profit video because I want to make sure that the people on this channel, look, I understand back in 2023 when Prime 10x'd, right? I see comments all the time still that, Prime's super cheap now. Well, Prime went from $270 to $27, right? people needed to be taking profits during that. A lot of people didn't, right? I didn't take enough profits on that, even myself. So whenever I look back at that, we need to lay out a clear strategy. Now that everything's unfolding, we're hovering around all-time highs for ETH. It looks like altcoins could have a blow off top coming over the next couple of months. We want to make sure we're primed and have a strategy to exit the market with more casino chips than we entered it with, right? That is the most important thing. So this next week, I will have a dedicated take profit video because I just really want to harp in on the fact that, look, there's so much opportunity in this market. There's going to be a lot of FOMO raging through the market every single day. But the one thing I'm going to tell you is you have to stay laser focused with your strategy. So we'll go over that this upcoming week, guys. Be sure, if you enjoy the content, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more. And oh, by the way, football.fun, the cards just keep going up. We talked about this briefly earlier this week. If you're not already onboarded here, if you're a soccer fan, this is an amazing, amazing app. You just literally buy players that you think are going to perform well. And right now it's basically been up-only technology. So everyone's making money on this app. There's still like only 1,000 users, I think is the user count. So check out football.fun. This is one of the more, no pun intended, fun things that I've been participating in the market recently. And I do think the opportunity is right because obviously soccer and football is one of the most internationally popular sports in the entire world. I think the interest will flock here. And currently there's only 80 players. So there's a lot more players to come onto the market here. I would absolutely recommend to check this out because everyone on this app so far is basically in the profit. So guys, if you enjoy the video, like, subscribe down below. Let me know your thoughts on this market because I think the market is looking absolutely ripe for upside in the coming months. But I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, like, subscribe, play well, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.